The Steam Deck used to be one of the easiest handheld gaming PCs to recommend, especially if you wanted proper PC gaming without spending crazy money. But lately, things have changed quite a bit. Here in the UK, the Steam Deck has had a pretty serious price increase, and we are not talking about a small jump either. Valve has now moved fully towards the OLED models. The cheaper LCD variant is basically gone from the official lineup, and if you are hoping to grab a budget Steam Deck in 2026, it is definitely not as simple as it used to be here. So, just to put things into perspective, here in the UK, based on the current 2026 prices, the 512 gig Steam Deck OLED is now sitting at around £649, while the 1 terabyte model is sitting at around £779. Now, if we compare that with the prices from 2025, the 512 gigs OLED model used to be around £479, and the 1 terabyte version was around 569. That means the 512 gigs model went up by around 35.5%, which is a pretty big jump, especially for anyone who was looking at the Steam Deck as the more affordable handheld gaming option. And this is where things get interesting, because at those prices, the Steam Deck OLED starts getting a lot closer to other powerful handhelds, mini PCs, and even some budget gaming PC builds. So, for someone like me who loves handheld gaming but still needs to be careful with money, it definitely makes you stop and think here. Now, the model I have here is the Steam Deck LCD, and I actually managed to pick this one up back in 2025 before all these prices changes really kicked in. This one comes with 7-inch IPS display running at 60 Hz, 16 gigs of RAM, and 256 gigs of internal storage. And honestly, even now, this is still a really good handheld. You have Steam OS, proper PC games, a massive community behind it, and for emulation, indie games, all the PC titles, and even some newer games with the right settings, it still does a great job here. But the problem is not really whether the Steam Deck is good or not. The problem is the price, because when cheaper LCD option was available, it made the Steam Deck feel like a proper budget-friendly gaming PC in your hands. But now, with the OLED models being the main option and the price sitting much higher, it makes the whole thing a bit harder to recommend for everyone. And that is where these other handhelds come in. Now, if you're someone like me, you live on a budget, but you still love gaming, handhelds like this can make a lot of sense because not everyone needs a full PC gaming all the time. Some people just want a nice portable device for emulation, Android games, cloud gaming, remote play, and maybe even some light Windows style gaming through apps like Winlater or GameHub. And when you start looking at it like that, there are actually quite a few handhelds out there that can give you a really good gaming experience without going straight for full Steam Deck OLED. So today, I want to show you a few of the ones I've been using, why I like them, and where they actually make sense as a Steam Deck alternative. First up, we have the Retroid Pocket Flip 2 and the Retroid Pocket 5. And I always like to think of these two as basically the same handheld, just with a different personality. The Retroid Pocket 5 is the more traditional candy bar style handheld, while the Retroid Pocket Flip 2 gives you that clamshell design, which makes it feel a bit more portable and protected when you throw it in the bag. Inside, both of these are using the Snapdragon 865 paired with 8 gigs of RAM, and they both have a really nice 5.5-inch AMOLED display. And honestly, that display is one of the best parts about these devices. The colors look great, the blacks are proper deep, and for retro games, PSP, GameCube, PS2, Android games, and cloud gaming, it makes the whole experience feel much more premium than you might expect. Now, these are not Steam Deck replacements if your main goal is to play modern AAA PC games locally. That is not really what they are made for. But if you want something smaller, lighter, easier to carry, and still powerful enough for a massive amount of emulation and streaming, this makes a lot of sense. So for me, the Retroid Pocket 5 and Flip 2 are not trying to be the Steam Deck at PC gaming. They are more like the smarter portable option if you mainly care about emulation, streaming, and playing games on the go without carrying something huge. Next up, we have the Anbernic RG557 and the Anbernic RG477V, and I like to call these two brothers because they are clearly built for the same kind of audience, but they give you a completely different feel in the hand. First, we have the Anbernic RG557. This one comes with a 5.5-inch AMOLED display, 12 gigs of RAM, and the MediaTek Dimensity 8300 inside. And this is where things get really interesting because the Anbernic RG557 is not just another basic Android handheld. This is a proper powerful device, and for emulation, it can handle quite a lot. You are looking at really strong performance for PSP, GameCube, Wii, PS2, and more demanding Android games. And on top of that, because of the power inside of Dimensity 8300, some users have also been experimenting with PC style gaming through apps like Game Native, Game Hub, and Winlater. Now, I would still say you need to keep your expectation realistic because this is not a Steam Deck running Steam OS. But the fact that we are even talking about some PC games running on Android handheld is honestly impressive. Then we have the Anbernic RG477V, and this one is a bit different. This is more of a vertical handheld, so it instantly gives you that retro Game Boy style feeling, but with modern hardware inside. The model I have here comes with 8 gigs of RAM, but there is also a 12 gigs variant available, and just like the Anbernic RG557, it is using that Dimensity 8300 chipset. The display is a 4.7-inch LTPS panel with a 120Hz refresh rate, so even though it is smaller than Anbernic RG557, it still feels really sharp, smooth, and responsive. And because of the vertical form factor, this one makes a lot of sense for retro games, arcade games, PSP, and a lot of older systems. But because the chipset is so powerful, it can go way beyond what you might expect from a vertical handheld. So between these two, the RG557 is probably the better choice if you want a more modern widescreen gaming experience, while the RG477V is the more unique one if you love that vertical retro style, but still want a lot of power under the hood. And finally, one of my favorites, the Odin 2 Portal. Now, this is probably one of the closest devices here to giving you that premium handheld feeling, especially if you want something that feels powerful, modern, and really nice to use. The model I have here is the base model, and it comes with a beautiful 7-inch OLED display running at 120 Hz, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, and 128 gigs of internal storage. And honestly, this display is amazing. The size makes it feel much closer to something like a Steam Deck, but because it is an OLED panel with a high refresh rate, games look incredibly clean, smooth, and vibrant. Performance wise, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 is still an absolute beast for Android gaming and emulation. This thing can handle a huge amount of systems really well, and depending on the emulator, the settings, and the game, you can get some seriously impressive results. Now, recently, I have actually been using the Odin 2 portal to test some Xbox 360 games, and for some titles, the results were honestly way better than I expected. Now, this is still early and experimental, so I would not buy it only for Xbox 360 emulation, but the fact that we are now seeing Android handhelds even attempt this kind of thing shows how far these devices have come. For cloud gaming, remote play, Android games, emulation, and experimental PC style gaming, the Odin 2 Portal is definitely one of the strongest options here. And out of everything I'm showing this in the video, this one probably feels the most like a proper premium Steam Deck alternative, just with a different focus. So after looking at all of these, I still think the Steam Deck is brilliant handheld. You get proper PC gaming, SteamOS is great, and the community support is massive. But with the current UK pricing, especially after the 512 gigs OLED model jumped from around 479 to around 649, it is definitely harder to recommend it as the automatic budget option, and that is why these alternatives are so interesting. The Retroid Pocket 5 and Flip 2 are great if you want something smaller for emulation and streaming. The Anbernic RG557 and RG477V give you a powerful Android performance in two very different form factors. And the Odin 2 Portal is probably the closest here to that premium handheld experience. So, no, they are not all direct Steam Deck replacements, but depending on what you actually play, you might not need to spend Steam Deck OLED money to get a really good handheld gaming experience. And honestly, that is the best part about handheld gaming right now. We have more choice than ever. So, if you are interested in checking out any of the handhelds features in today's video, links are in the description. And if you enjoyed this one, make sure to drop a like and consider subscribing. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.